Count Ingolf of Rosenborg RE is a former Danish prince, born Prince Ingolf of Denmark. He appeared likely to someday become king until the constitution was changed in 1953 to allow females to inherit the crown, placing his branch of the dynasty behind that of his cousin Princess Margrethe and her two younger sisters. He later gave up his princely rank and his rights to the throne in order to marry a commoner. However, through his mother, he is a legitimate descendant of King George II of Great Britain and retains a place in line to the British throne family. He was born at Sorgenfri Palace, Sorgenfri, as His Highness Prince Ingolf of Denmark. He was the elder son of hereditary Prince Knud by his wife and first cousin, hereditary Princess Caroline Matilda. Loss of place in succession. For the death of his grandfather in 1947, Ingolf stood only behind his father in the order of hereditary succession to the throne and was expected to become king in his turn. His father Prince Knud was then the heir presumptive due to succeed Ingolf's uncle King Frederick IX, who had 3 daughters but no sons. In 1953, the Constitution of Denmark was amended to allow cognatic primogeniture. The new law made 13-year-old Princess Margrethe the new heiress presumptive, placing her and her 2 sisters before Prince Knud and his family in the succession. Ingolf was thus relegated to 5th in the line of succession to the Danish throne, but more importantly, he now ranked behind Margrethe and others who were likely to have dynastic children of their own. The princess became Queen Margrethe II in 1972 and is still reigning as of 2016. Ingolf's place in the line of succession, were he still eligible, would be no higher than 12th today. Loss of dynastic rights. In 1968, now with little hope of ascending the throne, Ingolf chose to forfeit his right of succession to the throne by marrying without having received the royal assent of the monarch in the Council of State. The king's permission to marry was not sought because it was expected to be denied, since Ingolf's fiancée was an entitled commoner, though Frederick IX had liberalized traditional practice by allowing royal spouses who were not themselves royal, but who claimed noble blood and were known by courtesy titles. It would not be until 1995 that Margrethe II would allow her children to marry commoners with neither title nor claim to noble blood. Ingolf was given the title Count of Rosenborg and the style of Your Excellency, as was customary in the 20th century for Danish princes who forfeited their dynastic rights. Prior to his son's wedding, Prince Knud sought to convince his brother that Ingolf should be allowed to retain his royal title after marriage, but the king refused, on the grounds that other males of the dynasty who had been demoted to Counts of Rosenborg upon marriage might try to reclaim the royal rank if Ingolf were allowed to do so, despite marrying a commoner as they had done. So, in 1968, Ingolf forfeited his rights to the throne and took the title Count of Rosenborg. His younger brother Christian did the same 3 years later. Ingolf married firstly Inger Turney, daughter of Georg Turney and wife Jenny Hansen, on the 13th of January 1968, at Lyngby, Denmark. After being widowed, he married secondly Susie Hjorøy, who thus became Her Excellency Countess Susie of Rosenborg, on the 7th of March 1998 at Egtved, Denmark. He has no children. Ingolf is godfather to his great-nephew, Leopold Rosens af Rosenborg, who is the grandson of his brother Christian. Public role. Count Ingolf usually takes part in major public events associated with the royal family. He and Countess Susie attended the wedding on the 14th of May 2004 of Crown Prince Frederick at Copenhagen Cathedral, and the subsequent reception at Fredensborg Palace. They also attended the memorial service in honor of Empress Maria Feodorovna of Russia held on the 22nd of September 2006. On some occasions, they are listed as members of the royal family, such as when they attended the wedding of Prince Joachim in 2008 and the luncheon to celebrate the 75th birthday of Prince Henrik at Fredensborg Palace on the 11th of June 2009. On other occasions, such as the celebrations for the Queen's 70th birthday, they are listed along with non-royal guests, but even in this case, usually at the ceremonies themselves, they are given precedence immediately after his sister Princess Elizabeth of Denmark. Count Ingolf and Countess Susie attended the Queen's Ruby Jubilee celebrations. In 1964, when still Prince Ingolf, he acted as groomsman to his third cousin, Constantine II of Greece, on his marriage to Princess Anne-Marie of Denmark. According to Jyllands-Posten, he carries out official engagements around 200 days of the year, typically relating to agriculture and defense, mostly in Jutland. Ingolf receives an annual allowance of 1.4 million kroner according to the Danish royal house website. His sister, Princess Elizabeth, does not receive such an allowance, though she remains in the line of succession. His brother did not receive it either. Titles, styles, honors and arms. Titles: the 17th of February 1940 to 13 January 1968, His Highness Prince Ingolf of Denmark. The 13th of January 1968 present, His Excellency Count Ingolf of Rosenborg. Honors: National Honors Denmark, Knight Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of the Elephant, Denmark. Recipient of the Gold Medal of Merit, 2nd class, Denmark. Recipient of the Silver Royal Medal of Recompense, 1st class, Denmark. Recipient of the Reserve Long Service Medal, Denmark. Recipient of the Home Guard Medal of Merit, Denmark. Recipient of the Home Guard 25-year Service Medal, Denmark. Recipient of the Civil Defense Long Service Medal, Denmark. Recipient of the Medal of Honor of the League of Reserve Officers, Denmark. Recipient of the Medal of Honor of the League of Civil Defense, Denmark. Recipient of the Red Cross Medal of Honor, Denmark. Recipient of the Red Cross Medal of Merit, Denmark. Recipient of the Peace Prize Medal, Denmark. Recipient of the 100th Anniversary Medal of the Birth of King Frederick VIII, Denmark. Recipient of the 100th Anniversary Medal of the Birth of King Christian X, Denmark. Recipient of the 50th Birthday Medal of Queen Margrethe II, Denmark. Recipient of the Silver Anniversary Medal of Queen Margrethe II and Prince Henrik, Denmark. Recipient of the Silver Jubilee Medal of Queen Margrethe II, Denmark. Recipient of the 75th Birthday Medal of Prince Henrik, Denmark. Recipient of the 70th Birthday Medal of Queen Margrethe II, Denmark. Recipient of the Ruby Jubilee Medal of Queen Margrethe II, Denmark. Recipient of the 75th Birthday Medal of Queen Margrethe II. Award: Denmark. Recipient of the Danish Christmas Seal Foundation Medal. Patronages: Denmark. Patron of the Danish Christmas Seal Foundation. Ancestry: